Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect once again. In the previous episode we were cracking on with the stuff down here, so putting more stuff in the staff room and getting more officers. We also got the infirmary, psychologist office, things like that, and we had a bit of a problem when it came to the staff needs. I didn't think that the staff needs immediately activated as soon as you got the staff, which was an oversight on my part admittedly, but that meant that we had a lot of bladder and bowel needs and indeed food needs, and the morale overall was at an all-time low. Oh, I think we got to 12%, but I also realised I didn't fully explain that, so I'll get onto that in a moment. But either way, this episode, what we're going to be doing is going around and making sure that we actually have some place for prisoners to be, hence why we're going to make this area. So, let's crack on. Let's just place some brick walls all the way across here, and then get these all placed. Now, the problem is I don't have any entrances, so I'll be placing those in a moment as well. So, we're going to place all of those like so. We'll go to quick build and see what it says for a basic cell. You can see a basic cell is actually that, and that is pretty much what I was planning anyway, so let's place that in. Now, the reason for this design is because I wanted the toilet as far away from the wall as possible. So, or from this side as possible, which means it's going to have to be there or there, but with it being there, I can put a radiator down the bottom, and then that should bleed heat all the way around the place. Excellent. Right. So, let me explain the way morale works. So you can see I can mouse over the staff bit, and it shows you how many guards I've got, and then shows you staff morale. Staff morale is an overall representation of how well these staff are being treated, how their needs are being fulfilled or not, whatever the case may be, things like that, and it increases and decreases. At the moment it is decreasing. 4 staff have serious complaints. I'm guessing what it's to do with is things like lack of food. Oh no, it's a warmth need. It is a warmth need. Okay, fine. What we'll do to fix that is quite simple. We just go over to our policy, and I'm just going to max out the staff taking a break. So all of our staff, if they want to, kind of go and take a break. And then they'll come in here, and it'll be quite warm. It's currently 8 degrees, obviously in here, not entirely that, well, it's not really that warm, but, you know, it's hopefully warm enough. But we do need to get probably another area for, we need a boiler around here, I think, to fulfill these staff needs. So the way to do it, I think, is to cannibalise the warden's office. He's had it too good from the get-go. We need to change his office. So we're going to dismantle all of this. And then, what we'll do, actually, we're going to run a large pipe right across. I realise that I'm going to have to run it right across anyway to power up the boilers that are going to be on this side. So it's going to go all the way across, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll dismantle all of those. What we'll do then is we'll section off his office a little bit. So we've got a bit round here where we can put the water boiler. Then we'll have some radiators in and around this place. If we go over to intelligence, and it's not in there, it's in logistics and temperature, we can see it's actually 9 degrees. So not entirely what these people would probably have in mind. As you can see as well, if we go over to needs, yeah, it's okay, there's some critical, but most of the stuff is alright. If we go over to morale, you can see it's 84%, not increasing, not decreasing, and just 2 of them have serious complaints, which in this case is it is warmth need. But yes, as I was saying, the way it works in terms of morale is that it's a sliding scale. It's not a binary combination of really annoyed or everything's just dandy and running around in a nice field of daisies, but it's a sliding scale, so the staff will, I believe, go a little bit slower. They won't be efficient when the guards are searching them, may not find things, and also the temperature will increase because they just don't care. They just don't care. So when you've got prisoners in here, then obviously it becomes a little bit more of an issue. And then eventually, if it becomes too low and gets to, I don't know if it gets to 0, but if it gets too low, your workforce will go on strike. And that's an event where all of the staff will, or all but 10% of the staff will pick up their boards, you know, down with this sort of thing, careful now and all of that. Then they will go outside and just walk up and down the road shouting, you know, oh, we want pay rises, we want better living conditions, we don't want to have to beat people over the head with this board because we can't afford tasers, things like that. And you also get like oil drums and stuff, so it's very so it's yeah, it's an interesting one, and that's the sort of thing you get. That's the sort of thing you get, which I think is quite cool. So we may have we were very, very close to seeing that at one point, but you know, we're okay now anyway. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go and place a light in here because some people have requested that we do that because, well, it's just dark, and you know, there's nothing worse than, you know, taking a dump in the dark. Unless that's your sort of thing. Either way, the warden's office is now sorted. What we're going to do is dismantle his door. And, you know, he's probably quite annoyed that we're just coming along going, oh, how's it going? How's it going? Everything all right? Is the office good for you? Oh, I'm glad. And then we just come along and just go, sorry, we're going to change this now. I'm trying to think, is there anything we could do to this office? We could move it down and have it as standard size. If we replanned it so it was that size, then we would have something like that, you see. And we'd have this room and then this little bit here. That's where the boiler could go in this section. But what would this section be for? I don't know, but there's no reason not to do it, I don't think. I think we do that. I think that's the plan. So we go for a wall there, go for a wall across there. Obviously, we will then have to change it up, so we'll have a staff entrance in here. And this one, I'm going to put a jail door. I'm actually going to put a solitary door in there because I don't want, if someone break into here, I don't want them to break through to this end piece, because this is where we're going to have armed guards and such. So it looks like the warden has now had his office split in two. We will then get rid of all of the designation, and he's actually stuck in the office, which is yeah, we've actually bricked the warden up inside an office. I'm pretty sure you would be in your own facility if you did that in real life for a extended amount of time. Anyway, we'll go over to the quick build and then office, which I cannot find for some reason. There we are, and then we'll place it like so. And then that'll be the warden's office, hopefully completed. This is a staff canteen, which, as you can see, now has sandwiches, which is cool. And obviously a nice place for them to go toilet as well. Now, we could get rid of that. I don't think we really need them extra toilet bits because we've got toilets in here. And a lot of people have said that actually it's not really that hygienic having the toilets here and such. But for now, keep it as is. We'll be moving on, getting the other stuff done. For some reason, these haven't been built, and I'm not entirely sure why. In terms of the workforce, they are wandering around. So why is that not getting done? That is worrying. Let's prioritize all of that. And now the workforce are coming. That's very strange. And now they're stopping. Let's prioritize that. They're picking up bricks, but they're not moving them. It says to do. Okay. They seem to be very, very confused at this point. They're just moving bricks around like Jenga. Okay. Move light to storage, no route. There's nothing there. Blocked and no route. Well, they're saying they can't get to it. That's not the case. Right. I think what's happened is they've been trying to do this wall rather than doing the other stuff. So what I'll do is I'll let them crack on. Yeah, they're taking all the bricks now and they're moving over there to hopefully do this. Yep. Oh, no, they're taking sandwiches. But they're not building this. I don't think the quick build is working as intended at the moment. Cancel that. Cancel all that. Actually put a staff door in here. And then put an office in. Yeah, look at that. They're coming along and placing that. He can be out now and go into... Oh, he's moved to here. Right, okay. He's moved to this other office. So there is still an office here. But he's just decided to go there. That's fine. I don't really mind. I just got a quick build again. And we'll place the office in. See what it does. It should place it. While we're on... Yeah, they're placing it. Yep, they're definitely placing it. Look at that. That is strange. And there's a quirk with the quick build. But we should be able to place these. I I don't know what it is. I think it's a sequencing problem, because I placed the wall back here and all of these walls here. And obviously they don't have access to that. But I did also prioritize the building of this foundation. But I don't know exactly how it goes about it. Does it try to do items in a certain way based on you slapping down this quick build, and does that have a special bit of code in place to prevent other things happening? I really don't know. All I know is it ain't working. As you can see, it ain't working. So we're gonna have to cancel that. Cancel that, and we'll have to do it manually. Actually, we could probably use the clone. I bet you the clone tool works, though. Should we try it? Let's try it. We'll go over to Quick Build, Clone. We're going to copy that. No. Copy that. Right? So look, it's bought all of the stuff separately. Immediately it bought the stuff separately, and they start working, whereas the Quick Build doesn't. You notice the Quick Build, they come over with like a... they come over first and then do one bit of work, and then it slams everything down once the foundations are around. Once the foundations and the walls are there, then it orders the stuff. So there is a sequencing problem there. Yeah, at least we know what the deal is now. You know, at least we've figured this out. Anyway, so what I'll do is I will obviously arrange the beds on this side, similar sort of way to the other one, and we'll put in the large standard jail door. Once we've done one, we can do the rest anyway, so that's fine. The whole reason for me doing this side was to put a boiler in, which is I'm going to put a boiler there, and then obviously I will need to put in some water pipes, some hot water pipes. I'm going to connect up the... probably the small pipe. Now, if you connect a large pipe up to the water boiler, you do get more dispersion later on. But I don't think I need it just yet. I don't think it's something we need to bother with at the moment, especially not in the size of room that this is, so we should be fine. Anyways, food distribution, by the way, we'll check out. You can see that this kitchen is supplying all of this stuff, so that is all assigned, and actually things are getting made. That's fine. I'm very happy with that. It's very strange that they... Oh, God, look at that. They don't have, like, sitting down watching the telly and eating food. But at least that's taking care of several needs at once, so that's all dandy. Over to our quick build again, a clone. We will copy this bit here, and actually we don't even... Oh, yes, we do need to copy that. So we'll just place it along like so. There you are. All placed. Obviously, we do need a shower, which will go here, but at the moment, we're more about getting these grants fulfilled, which I think we can get one done, and I've sort of ignored one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just need to go to deployment, and then guard patrols, and we'll go 1, 2, and 3, and then there's the grant. Then I'll cancel all those because I didn't want them anywhere. So that's one grant done. We hire at least 2 janitors. There's 1 gardener and 2 janitors, and there's another grant done. And now we don't have any grant other than this cell block A, which should be completed hopefully very soon once we've got that one done. Back over to grants, we've got visitation rights, we've got governmental security ratings, we've got prisoner acclimatization, which is assign prisoners to work in the laundry. All of those are very easy to do. I'm going to go for visitation and governmental security ratings. And the majority of these we're going to be doing... We'll be doing anyway. It'd be quite easy. So, for example, the room, we can type in visitation and get the visitation room done pretty much immediately. So we're going to place that in there. We're going to go for a door right in front of it. We will have a large jail door, a jail door here. Standard door in there. This section, by the way, I know a lot of people have been asking about it. What is this bit for here? This is where we have a metal detector, which I will place in now because I always end up forgetting, so I'm going to place them in there and then in there. So we've got all of the metal detecting stuff in place. Obviously, for visitation, quite simple. Just scroll right in, visitor table, and then it's going to be placed in like so. I could only do a little bit of it and then like forget about the rest, but no, I think it's best I place it all out right now. In terms of the connection to the power, this one's going to have to go directly up. This one is going to have a connection straight up like so, and then while we're on it, we might as well go in and then to that, and then we've got all of those connected, and indeed it will turn all of the lights on, which is always useful. Same thing to this side here. And there should be all of the lights on. Right, so we need a common room, pool table, TVs. In terms of common room, I don't think I've planned it out. I just have whatever it's given me. Cell block... I was going to say, cell block A should be completed, and the reason it isn't is simply because I forgot to do this. And there we go. And we can now get cell block B. Excellent. So... In terms of the governmental security rating, we need to unlock the dogs and also armory, which we'll research both of them. We've also got legal, which I currently haven't researched, and actually I'll go for bank loan while I'm on it as well. Do we really want legal? I don't think I want legal, because that's $5,000, and that gives us legal prep. It gives us death row, which we're not going to have in this facility, at least not to start with. If we do expand later on, which is a possibility, we might go for that. Small cells we not have. Legal defence, no, but we do want prison labour, not because we're going to have prison labour, because I think we're probably going to have, actually, we might have prison labour. At the moment, I hadn't planned off anything in terms of where the prisoners are going to be and what they're going to do and work. We could always have a laundry somewhere. No, we can't have a laundry around here. I don't know. I'm really not too sure exactly what we'll do for that. We'll have to think. But either way, the reason I've unlocked it is because once we assign people to the kitchen, the cleaning cupboard and the other stuff, we will then get $10,000 for the grant. So we'll do it for grant purposes only, if nothing else. Okay, over to utilities. Back to capacitor. Placing in the capacitors like so. I'm going to place them all because inevitably I will forget, and then we'll have obviously a massive problem with that one. Over to the objects and then to radiator, and we'll put a radiator in right in the staff room, probably in here. That should power most of this up. We'll have a radiator in this corner, and then that should heat up most of this. Obviously I will then need to do the canteen as well, but I'll get to that later on once we've got staff around there. The kitchen and the power block you do not need to heat because of the size of it. It's automatically just really boiling hot anywhere because you've got a water boiler and, you know, stoves and such, so that generates ambient heat anywhere. If we go over to utilities and then hot water pipe, you can see this is now connected, so we should just be able to run a hot water pipe down to there, and then we'll be able to run a hot water pipe over to, I believe it was there. Exactly right. Whether or not this water pump is connected or not, I don't know. You can see there is a small flow going down towards that, which is now hot. You can see there's a red bit there, but I don't know where it's going to flow. We'll just put it to max speed for a moment while we go over to rooms and then reception, and then I'm going to build the reception because obviously it's something that I've completely forgotten about. Have you noticed now how nice and clean it is? Very, very nice. Obviously, you got things like the storage, which is not very clean because it's very, very well trafficked. A lot of people going in there. We'll put a staff door in there and there and there, and we'll just start putting staff doors really where they are required. Probably not going to put one there. What I'll do is along this row here, I'll probably put another door, so if anyone does break into here and then around here, they can't get access to the staff room and other such things. What I do want to do, though, is put some lights in here because, quite frankly, it is pitch black and I do not like it. It needs some sort of lighting in here. Okay, so that's all that placed. In terms of the heat, we will go over to logistics and temperature. You can see there's nice ambient heat here. I'm guessing, yeah, that's too hot because of the water boiler, and you can actually get, I believe, the stifled trait. I think that is a trait that's in the game, but we should be able to just place enough radiators here, and it's going to smash it down at the right temperature. That should be connected up nicely. Whether or not it reaches there, I don't know, but we'll find out in but a moment. And then that should be all of this nice and warm. So our morale should be, yeah, 100%, and 8 staff are happy in their job. And that's because there's no prisoners here. If my job was to be a guard in a facility with no prisoners, then that would just be dandy. There's actually a couple of places around where I live that have I don't have a prison near me because I live in one. No, there's a couple of places that were built and they have security guards and they've been sat here for years. No people in them. It's like officers and such. It's just shocking. Must be the easiest job in the world. Although we do get the odd person coming to try and nick the copper out of the street lights, which is, you know, because I live in a nice area. Right, so let's get our reception put in. Tables and chairs. So it'll probably be like so. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have it like this. Delete those. Dismantle that. I like the idea of the office desk here. So like, you come through this, you're greeted, and then you go right round the back. That's pretty good. Yeah. I'll have a couple of chairs in this corner. Actually, we don't need them. We just don't need them. There we go. There's our reception. And I did say dismantle that, but they just didn't bother. we'll use that for the classroom later on. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I know I'm cutting it short, but I think you've progressed on quite nicely. So we've got the cell block A done. Obviously, cell block B is in the queue, which is to get prisoner capacity to 50. We can just clone this up. It's easily done. We will then do this side as well. Obviously, we do need to add water and power, things like that. I think next episode we will make sure that we do have water and power here. We'll make sure that all of this is secured off. We will put some more walls and other rooms in around this area, make sure we get more guards, and then towards the back end of the episode we'll get some prisoners. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.